Good day, everyone. I'm Ellie, a senior high school teacher from Magdiong National High School, and I'm also one of the teacher writers on the development of supplementary learning materials in general mathematics subject as initiated by the central office. That SLM is targeted to be used by the senior high school learners this school year as one of the learning modalities in the new normal in education. Well, we teacher writers, while writing the module, we have this realization that there are some difficult learning competencies in all subject areas that could not be learned effectively by the learners using modular learning. It is really a big fact, and it is a challenge for us teachers on how to deliver effectively and functionally those difficult learning competencies. One way to do that, as suggested by our school's division office, is by making explainer videos. There are many explainer video platforms you could find in the internet surface, but allow me to share with you how I make my own explainer video. Feel free to listen so that you may make your own explainer video on the subjects that you are going to handle this school year. Here it is. All right, so as mentioned, there are some difficult learning competencies that can be hard to learn using modular learning. So explainer video will be an efficient way to break down complex and difficult learning competencies and make them easier to learn. Delivering this information in an explainer video can save time and money, allowing your learners to hit the ground running. Videos can be used in the learning process to explain difficult concepts, especially those involving a lot of numbers in mathematics. Explainer video can present data, procedures, processes, and graphs in a way that makes the material come alive for our students. Normally, explainer videos are only 30 minutes long. In making explainer videos, we have to consider some basic aspects. The first one, we have to ask ourselves, who are our learners? What are their grade level? What are their learning abilities, aptitudes, and capabilities? Since core subjects are offered to all senior high school learners, all learners will be the target learners. Therefore, our explanations should be in the simplest terms so that even the struggling learners can understand the content of the video. Even the tricks in learning the competencies or content can also be included para mas mapadali ito sa kanila. Kaya nga tayo gagawa ng explainer video para mas mapadali ang pag-intindi nila doon sa itinuturo ng module or ng topic. The second and the third one are connected. The alignment to the daily budgeted objectives and content. This is the most crucial part wherein the content and the objectives should be aligned with each other. Next is the grammar. Especially when the medium of instruction of your handled subject is English, we may ask our English teachers and experts to check the grammar of our explainer video content. And the last one is the visual. Visuals and other characters should be leveled to our learners. Kumbaga, lahat ng ilalagay natin sa presentation natin ay angkop sa kung anong meron tayong target learners. Baka naglagay tayo ng butterfly dyan sa ating presentation, ang topic natin math, wala namang kinalaman ng butterfly sa math. Depende na lang sa topic ng math. Alright. So, here are the things needed in making this explainer video, my explainer video. The first one, we should have laptop. Aside from laptop, you may also use cell phones to modify the explainer video that you are going to create. Next is the PowerPoint presentation. This includes the PowerPoint presentations that you are going to use in making your explainer video. PowerPoint presentation refers to the slides that you will use as a visual aid to teach your topics, or in this situation or in this context, the difficult learning competencies. Your PowerPoint presentation should already been refined as to its design, characters, and animation of entrance, emphasis, and exit. Next is headset. Since you're going to make or tape an explainer video, microphone of your headset is necessary for better quality of audio. But if your laptop has well-functioning microphones, there is no need to use headset. And the most important is the Bandicam application. This is the platform or avenue that our explainer video will be made. As what I have said, a lot of platforms can be used, but on this session, as I present to you how I make my own explainer video, Bandicam application will be used. In making explainer video, you can choose whether you wanted your learners to see you explaining or not. Kung baga, parang katulad ng ginagawa ni Sir Candido, nung unang inilabas niya mga explainer videos, boses lang ang naririnig natin, but lately nakikita na natin siya. It is up to us kung gusto nating makita tayo ng bata or hindi. So, Bandicam application can be found in Google Play Store and can be downloaded for free. So, the first step, you have to download and install the Bandicam application on your laptop because that is where we are going to tape our explainer video. Once installed, you have to set up the settings of its features by opening the application. Of course, you will click it on your laptop. This is the image you can see when you open the Bandicam application. As you click the home, all right, that is where you can select the recording modes. Let's just focus on the two modes, the rectangle area and the full screen. Full screen allows you to record the whole screen of your display. That means there will be no restriction on your display and all what happens on your laptop will be recorded and taped. The rectangle area allows you to record a partial area in the rectangle window. This means you can only set a part of your display that is going to be recorded. On that purpose, if you have your script on the other side of the laptop or the desktop and you will use rectangle as your recording mode, your script can be hidden on your display. Clicking the general settings, we will just focus on where we are going to save our tape explainer video. Will it be on the documents, all right, etc. So in this image, of course, I'm going to save it in the documents. In clicking the video settings, it allows you to modify the settings of the video. All right, so you will just focus on the format. To modify the format, click the settings under the format. This is the image that will appear when you click the settings under the format. You can set the file type, all right, which is in mine will be in MP4. The video size, of course, it should be in full size. The FPS, in which according to my source, 30 is the ideal one and 90 will be the ideal for quality, and click OK. Image option will, when being clicked, all right, you may set the format of the image. Let us set the format as JPG with high quality. Of course, we have to set it into high quality. All right, let us also set the audio quality. That's the most important part. Click the mic icon as shown on the screen. All right, when the microphone icon was clicked, 6 settings will be seen, namely sound, webcam, mouse, logo, text, and options. Sound settings, of course, you need to record the sound, but it is up to you if you want to save the audio tracks while recording. Since I am using the microphone of a headset, which is the source of my audio, I have to set the primary sound device and the secondary sound device into microphone. Of course, you have to set the maximum volume if you want. Webcam settings, when clicked, allows you to decide where the image will be displayed, where your image will be displayed. Click the advanced under the settings of the webcam and choose the preset position. Once click the advanced, you will have to select where is the position of your image. Will be in the upper right, upper left, lower right, and lower left. On this case, on my case, I choose lower left. All right. For the mouse settings, it will ask your decision about mouse cursor, whether you want to show mouse cursor and modify its click effect and highlight effect. It's up to you. For the logo and text settings, all right, this allows you to add any logo and slash text and or text. But when you do it, it will be seen from the start till the end of the video. For example, you wanted to put the logo of your school and the name of your school. Makikita yun sa simula ng video hanggang sa matapos ang video at hindi na siya matatanggal pa. Alright. There's nothing to be done under the option settings, but you may discover more. The icon pointed by the red arrow is the screen recording mode. That means you are going now to record your explainer video. Before clicking that icon, make sure that your PowerPoint presentation is already open and ready for slideshow. If you do the slideshow, make sure that it is in the presenter view because you can read your notes there. You can also see the next text to appear or slide to show. But if you have the mastery of your presentation, like what text or slide would be the next, then no need for you to show presenter view. Lodi. Now, remember that I selected rectangle area in the recording mode. Then, upon clicking the screen recording mode button, this box will appear. This box, right? This box can be adjusted to the partial area that I only wanted to be displayed when being recorded as explainer video. Later, I will demonstrate to you how to do it. But if you selected full screen, no box will appear. Assuming that I already opened a PowerPoint presentation, I do a slideshow and presenter view is used, this is the image that will most likely appear. And there you have your notes here to be read, and the next animation will be seen. I will adjust this screen recording box to the bigger slide. Here, I will adjust this box to this slide so that it will only appear when I start recording. There, as you can see, I already adjusted it. In-adjust ko na siya dito para ito lang ang makikita habang ako'y nagre-record. And click the record button. There. Upon clicking the recording button, it will show your face as the speaker. Here, nakikita nyo yung pangit na yan, walang jowa yan. Since I click the lower right, my face is positioned in the lower right of the presentation. And if you are done recording, click the stop button. Reminder, there will come a time that we are tired of speaking. Alright. We may pause the recording, click this one as the pause, stop from time to time to have a better quality output. Because maybe when our recording is continuous, the output video will become pixelated. So feel free to pause in the middle of the recording. So I will now demonstrate to you how to set up the settings of the Bandicam application. Once downloaded and installed on your laptops, you have to set up the settings by just double-clicking the application. And once double-clicked, once you opened it, this is the image that will appear. Alright, you have to set up the settings for the home, general, video, image, and the most important is the audio settings or the microphone icon. When you click the home, you have the choice whether you wanted to use full screen or rectangle on screen or rectangle area. What's the difference? The full screen allows you to record the whole screen of the display. That means there will be no restriction. But if you chose rectangle on screen, it will allow you to record the partial area in the rectangle window. Halimbawa, sa display mo, sa kabilang side, nandun yung script mo. Yung kabilang side, yun yung PowerPoint presentation mo. At yun lang yung gusto mong i-record, you will use rectangle on screen na hindi nakikita yung script mo. Okay. When you choose general, for the general settings, you have the choice on where are you going to save your tape explainer video. On my case, I chose to save it in the documents. For the video settings, alright, we have just to focus on the format of the MP4. For the audio, click the settings, alright. You have the choice on what file type are you going to save it. I chose it into MP4 on my case. For the size, you have to choose full size, of course. For the FPS, according to my Source, the ideal one is 30 and the quality is 90. And click OK. For the image, focus on the format. Of course, gusto natin na high quality ang image natin. So choose JPG high quality. And let's now set up the audio settings. Click the microphone icon. 6 settings will pop up: the sound, webcam, mouse, logo, text, and options. For the sound, of course, you have to record the sound. Para yung explainer video mo, may sound. But if it is up to you if you wanted to save the audio tracks while recording. If you are going to use the microphone of your laptop or the microphone of the headphone, you have to set the microphone in the primary sound device and secondary sound device, and set the volume into 100%. For the webcam, dito natin masiset up ang settings kung saan natin gustong i-position ang mukha natin doon sa explainer video. Click the advanced, and we have the choice kung saan natin gustong i-pwesto ang ating mukha. Upper right, upper left, lower right, and lower left. On my case, I wanted it into lower left and click OK. For the mouse, if you wanted to show the mouse cursor, and if you wanted to add click and highlight effects. Sa akin, gusto ko lang ng may mouse. But it is up to you if you wanted to add click and highlight effects. For the logo and the text, like halimbawa, you wanted to add the logo of your school and the name of your school, makikita na yon sa simula ng video hanggang sa matapos. Hindi na siya matatanggal pa. It is up to you if you wanted to add the logo and the name of your school. But remember, makikita na siya sa simula ng video hanggang sa matapos ito. There's nothing to do with the options, but you may discover more on the settings and click OK. This is the screen recording mode. You have now the chance to choose whether you wanted to use rectangle on screen or full screen. But before that, you have to open first your PowerPoint presentation. Alright. Make sure that your PowerPoint presentation ay refined na siya as to its design, characters, and animations of entrance, emphasis, and exits. Kumbaga na dry run mo na siya and ready mo na siya para i-record into explainer video. Alright. Since ang sabi ko kanina, mas magandang gamitin ang rectangle on screen, especially I have the mastery of my PowerPoint presentation at nilagyan ko siya ng script, I will use rectangle on screen. Okay, rectangle on screen. I will select the recording area. There you have it. Nag-select na ako ng recording area and ready ko nang i-record ang aking PowerPoint presentation. I'll now present it and show presenter view. There. I will adjust this box doon sa area lang ng PowerPoint presentation. Kasi kung dito, makikita yung script ko dito at makikita yung next na slide or text. So I will ito yung i-record ko. Yan. So, adjust the box na makikita nyo. There. Ni-adjust ko na siya para yan lang yung makikita. Unlike na dito ko siya ilagay, makikita yung script ko dito. So, better na i-set up ko siya dyan. And click the box. Dito sa taas niya, hindi na kasi siya makita dito. Ito yung box sa taas. That means you are now ready to record. At pagtapos ka na mag-record, you have to click again that box to stop the recording. While recording, you have the chance to pause. Kasi bakit pagod ka na magsalita, pagod ka na mag-explain, you have the right to pause from time to time. At syempre, kung mahaba yung ginagawa mong explainer video, ang output nun, makakompromise para magiging pixelated na yung output. Alright? So, pagtapos ka na mag-record, click stop. The instructions and procedures have already been discussed and presented. At this point, allow me to share with you the explainer videos that I have made. One explainer video using a competency in general mathematics subject, and also one explainer video using a competency in statistics and probability subject. Let us start with my explainer video in general mathematics subject. Have fun watching. Good day everyone. Welcome to our general mathematics class, and we are still on our first quarter. This time, on the fourth day of the second week, you are going to learn how to solve rational equations. So before solving rational equations, let us first recall some concepts that we will be using in solving rational equations. And that is all about LCM. Give the least common multiple, or LCM, of the following. Let us define first what is LCM. LCM, or least common multiple, is the smallest positive integer that is divisible by both A and B. This, our A and B, are the given numbers. So with the given numbers, you will be thinking of the smallest positive integer that can be divided by both A and B, the smallest positive integer. Let's have an example. Give the LCM of the following, 2 and 4. So the given numbers are 2 and 4. This will be our A and B. Think of the smallest positive integer that can be divided by 4 and 2. Maybe you are thinking 8. Yes, 8 can be divided by 4 and can be divided by 2. Now think another number smaller than 8 that can be divided by 4 and 2. That's correct. 4, because 4 can be divided by 4 and 4 can be divided by 2. Are you thinking another number smaller than 4? There's none. So therefore, the LCM of 2 and 4 is 4. Let's have another one. 2, 3, and 6. Think of the smallest positive integer that can be divided by 2, 3, and 6. You're thinking 12. That's correct. 12 can be divided by 6, 3, and 2. Think of another number smaller than 12 that can be divided by these numbers. Correct. 6. Because 6 can be divided by 6, can be divided by 3, and can be divided by 2. So the answer, or the LCM, of the given number is 6. How about this one? 6, 8, 12, and 24. What's your answer? Okay. That's correct. The answer, or the LCM, of 6, 8, 12, and 24 is 24. Because 24 can be divided by 24, 12, 8, and 6. And that's the smallest positive integer. Let's have an example on the terms. First, 4p, 12p squared, 6pq, and 3pq cubed. Oh, that's difficult. No. Here's the trick. Look first on the numerical coefficient. Numerical, 4, 12, 6, and 3. Now think of the LCM of those numbers, 4, 12, 6, and 3. Alright, that's correct. That's 12, because 12 can be divided by these numbers. Now, since we have literal coefficient P and Q, you will be using the largest exponents on each of the literal coefficient. What is the largest exponent for the P? Here is 1, here is 2, here is 1, here is 1. Though the largest is 2. Therefore, the exponent of P is 2. How about for the Q? The largest here is 3, 1. So the largest is 3. Therefore, we have 12p squared and q cubed, the largest exponents in each of the literal coefficient. How about this one? N minus 3 and n plus 3. Now, here is another trick. If you could not find any number that can be divided by these terms, you can multiply the terms to make it the least common multiple. Yes, I'm not thinking of any number that can be divided by n minus 3 and n plus 3. Therefore, I will be multiplying them. This trick is for case-to-case basis. It depends upon the given. So the answer, or the LCM, is n minus 3 and n plus 3. Let's now solve rational equations, and let's follow these steps. The first one, find the least common denominator, or LCD. The LCD is actually the LCM of the denominators. Second, multiply the LCD to both sides of the equation. Third, solve the equation. When we say solve, we are going to find the solution or find the value of x that will satisfy both sides of the equation. And for us to be assured with our answer, so let's check the solution or the value of x that we got. Let's have this example. Solve for x in the equation 7x plus 12 over 4x plus 3 is equal to 2/5. Remember our first step, find the LCD. And the LCD will be coming from our denominator. And the LCM of the denominator is our LCD. Our denominators are 4x plus 3 and 5. Again, can you think of a number that can be divided both by 4x plus 3 and 5? Okay, it applies here our trick. If you couldn't think of any LCM, then multiply the two terms. So our LCD is 5 times 4x plus 3. We just multiply them to become our LCD. Next, multiply both sides of the equation to the LCD. So the given equation, this is our given equation, and multiply it to the both sides. Right. This is our LCM. The third, solve for the solution, or we're going to find the value of x. So coming from step 2, multiplying it to both sides. So we will start with this side. Multiply the 7x plus 12 over 4x plus 3 to our LCD, which is 5 times 4x plus 3. As you can see, we can we can cancel 4x plus 3. All right, what remains is 5 times 7x plus 12. Next, on the other side, 2/5 times our LCD, 5 times 4x plus 3. We can also cancel 5. What remains is 2 times 4x plus 3. And proceed with our solution, applying the distributive property of multiplication. 5 times 7x is 35x. 5 times positive 12 is positive 60. So 35x plus 60. 2 times 4x, 8x. 2 times positive 3 is positive 6. So 8x plus 6. Combining like terms, all right? 35x, we will be moving 8x here to become negative. So 35x minus 8x. Transferring 60 to the left side, all right? It will become negative, so 6 minus 60. All right, simplify more. 35x minus 8x is 27x. 6 minus 60 is negative 54. Dividing both sides by 27 to find the value of x. So negative 54 divided by 27 is negative 2. So that is now our answer. For us to be assured if our answer of negative 2 is correct, let's substitute the value of negative 2 to our given rational equation. So x will be replaced by negative 2. So it will become 7 times negative 2 plus 12 over 4 times negative 2 plus 3 is equal to 2/5. Proceed. Negative 14, that is from 7 times negative 2 plus 12. Alright, 4 times negative 2 is negative 8 plus 3 is equal to 2/5. Negative 14 plus 12 is negative 2. Negative 8 plus 3 is negative 5 equals 2/5. Negative, the numerator has the sign negative, so the answer will become positive. Therefore, our answer of negative 2 is correct. Try solving this one before I end. 4x plus 12 over x plus 4 plus 3 of x over x is equal to 21 over x squared plus 4x. Try solving that and learn more about solving rational equations. I hope you learn, practice more, and goodbye. And that is my explainer video in general mathematics subject. As you have watched, the explainer video showed the step-by-step process on how to solve rational equation. And solving rational equation is one of the most essential learning competency in general mathematics subject. At this point, allow me to share with you my explainer video in statistics and probability subject. Here it is. Good day, everyone. Welcome to our statistics and probability class, and we are still on our first quarter. On the first day of our third week, you are going to learn about finding the areas under the regions of the normal curve. For today's target, you are going to use the standard normal distribution table, and that table has already been attached on your respective modules. The second one, you are going to identify the regions under the normal curve corresponding to the different standard normal values. Here is the graph of the normal curve. As you can see, there's a line in the middle. That line in the middle is our mu, or our mean. Standardly, the value of the mean in the standard normal curve is 0. From the mean to the left side of the normal curve, its area is 50%. From the mean to the right side, its area is another 50%. Therefore, the total area of the standard normal curve is 100%, or 1. Here are the regions in the normal curve. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3 standard deviations from the mean, -1, -2, and -3 standard deviations from the mean. From -1 to 1 standard deviation, its area is 68.26%. From -2 to 2 standard deviation, its area is 95.44%. And from -3 to 3 standard deviation, its area is 99.72%. Using this area, using these constant areas in the regions of the normal curve, we may know what is the area from the mean to 1, or what is the area from the mean to 2. But what if you were asked, what is the area from the mean to 1.69, or from the mean to 2.56? And that is what you are going to learn today. You are going to find the area under the regions of the normal curve using different standard normal values. Let's start with identifying the corresponding values, which are the different standard normal values of the following numbers on the table. Let's start with 3.07. You are going to use here the standard normal distribution table that can be found at the end of the module. If you opened it, this is what you can find. These values corresponds to the different areas of the different standard normal values. On this case, we are going to locate the value of 3.07. Okay, 3, that is 3, and 0.7, okay? Therefore, the value of 3.07 is 0.4989. This value is the area of 3.07 from the mean, or from 0. Therefore, we have it, the area of 3.07, or the value of 3.07 is 0.4989. Now, it's your turn to locate the values of the different standard normal values that I will give you. All right? Open your standard normal distribution now. Locate the value of 1.38. Go. Okay, have you located it? And the answer is 0.4162. Correct. Next, 2.00. Have you found it? Correct. The answer is 0.4772. And the last one, 0.05. All right? Correct. That is 0.0199. Let me just remind you that those values are the values or the area of the standard normal values from the mean or from 0. Let's now find the area under the regions of the normal curve. First one, find the area between z is equal to 0 and z is equal to 3.07. The given is 0, therefore this is our mean. And mean can be found in the middle. All right? Locate where can we find 3.07. Of course, we can find 3.07 after 3, assuming that that is 3.07. We're going to find the area of 3.07 from the table, and we have already located it, and the area is 0.4989, and that is the area of 3.07 from the mean, which is 0. Thus, the total area between z is equal to 0 and z is equal to 3.07 is 0.4989. Second example, find the area between z is equal to negative 0.3 and z is equal to 3.07. Locate first negative 0.3. All right? Of course, it can be found before negative 1 and 3.07 can be found after 3. For the first step, locate first this area from 0 to 0.3. Go from the table. Have you found it? From 0 to 0.3, and the area is, correct, 0.1179. And we all know that from 0 to 3.07, its area is, all right, 0.4989. And for us to find the area between negative 0.3 and 3.07, we're going to add these areas. 0.1179 plus 0.4989. Therefore, we have the area is equivalent to 0.6168. We just added it. Third example, find the area to the left of 1.23. As you can see, 1.23 can be located after 1, assuming that this is our 1.23, and we are looking for the area to the left, from this point to the left side of the normal curve. Now, let's find the value of 1.23 from the table. All right, have you found it? The area is 0.3907, correct. And we all know that from 0, which is the mean, to the left side of the curve is equivalent to 50% or 0.05. Now, to the left, we are going to add now 0.05 plus 0.3907. Thus, the total area to the left of z is equal to 1.23 is 0.8907. Fifth, find the area to the right of z is equal to negative 0.3. Locate first, where can we find negative 0.3? Of course, it is on the left side before negative 1, assuming that this is our negative 0.3. And we already know that its area from 0, based on our second example, is 0.1179. Since we're looking for the area to the right from this point to the right, and we all know from 0 to the right is 50% or 0.5. So we are just going to add it again. 0.5 plus 1179. Thus, the area to the right of z is equal to negative 0.3 is 0.6179. Find the area between z is equal to 0.64 and z is equal to 2.0. Locate 0.64. There you have it. And 2. Locate the area or the value of 0.64 from the table. Okay, its area is 0.2389. And from 0 to 2, its area is 0.4772. But that's not yet the answer. We are going to subtract 0.772 minus 0.2389 because that is what is asked. It's between 0.64 and 2. That's the area between the z-scores. So we have 0.4772 minus 0.02389 is equal to 2383. All right, you just have to have understanding on the graph, plot it, find the area on the table, and identify what is being asked. All right, for your practice, you're going to find the area under the standard normal curve of the given. We have 5 items there, and I hope you answered it right. Okay? I hope you learned something about finding the area under the regions of the normal curve. And once you already mastered it, kindly share it to your classmates and colleagues. That is all. Stay safe, everyone, and goodbye. And that was my explainer video in statistics and probability subject. As you have watched, the content of the explainer video demonstrated how to identify the areas under the regions of the normal curve, and that was one of the most essential learning competency in statistics and probability subject. And that was it. I would like to thank you all for watching and listening. Before I end, I would like to thank our Schools Division Office of Romblon, headed by the very active SDS, Dr. Maria Luisa Sarvando, and of course, our very beautiful senior high school focal person, Ma'am April Bagnate. I would like also to thank Sir Jimson Serrano, Ma'am Dayan Serrano, and Sir Alvin Fabrique for helping me conceptualize my explainer video. I would like also to thank my principal, Ma'am Lelda D. Delmore of Magdiwang National High School. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Ako po si Ellie na nagpapaalalang maging bahagi ng solusyon, hindi ng problema, for us to achieve one DepEd, one division, one direction. Thank you very much. Be safe, everyone. Goodbye.